everyone. This is Seema Mehta from The Confident Communicator, along with my colleague Deepa Jadeja, back again on Wednesday at 5 p.m. for the Imperfect Parenting series. This is the week that we are getting into Diwali, right? This is the Diwali week, and there's a saying that God Lakshmi resides in cleanliness, and that's why all of us kind of get involved in cleaning and decluttering and clearing the mess from our house. And they say that if you clean your house, then the chances of getting your house getting blessed is even higher. So we thought, hey, this is a great idea to get somebody who's deeply entrenched into decluttering and finding things that spark joy in your life, as Marie Kondo would always say. So we have Aanchal Kejriwal with us today, who has, hi Aanchal.
Hi everyone.
Just to introduce her a little bit, she's a certified professional organizer. So we're so excited to talk to her. One thing interesting about her is that she's lived in multiple cities, and her experience of moving from one city to another has obviously led to all of these, this fantastic profession that she has. And she'll talk a little bit more about that. And we thought that we'll start off the conversation by just talking about your moves, Aanchal. Tell us about your life and how you got into this company called Arrange It All.
Hey Seema, hey Deepa. I'm so happy to be here today talking about decluttering and organizing just before Diwali, because that is something on our minds and everyone's mind, pan India, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So I was born and brought up in a very small town in Dhanbad. And we used to have huge houses there. Correct. So within Dhanbad, we have moved into like a bungalow living, a flat living, everything. And then we moved to Kolkata for my colleging, and my parents also shifted there. Then I moved to Mumbai, shrunken houses as we called Mumbai.
We call them matchbox houses.
Yes. You should pack people into small apartments and pack things into small closets. I remember that.
Yes. So yeah, from a huge apartment to a shrunken house in Mumbai. Mm-hmm. And I remember the first time my husband was very, he was like, we are moving into a 2 BHK. I was like, just two of us, great enough. And then I saw the 2 BHK.
Why do you need to? You have one room each, right?
Okay. So yeah, and after spending 12 years there, and even shifting into a bigger house within Mumbai itself, I have moved to Chennai currently. So my journey has been, moving couple of cities like east, west, north, south, sab ho gaya. And different kind of houses, big houses, small houses. And that is when I have realized this, we have so many things, and the place that we live in, we are not able to adapt to that place. Either we have too many stuffs and then we move to a bigger house. What happens is like we start collecting more because there is more space.
Yes. Correct. And also our moms have always told us, okay, don't throw things away. It's not right to throw things away. I think the whole idea of recycling, reusing is something that has been taught to us from the very beginning. And as a result of that, it's great that we save the environment, but we also end up hoarding quite a bit, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, so, I wanted to just quickly ask you a question, Aanchal, because I was just telling Seema, I'm a recovering hoarder. So I grew up with a mom who always said कि कभी तो काम आएगा, so everything बचा के रखो, जब भी जरूरत होती है तो you can't even find it. Most of the time you go and buy it again. And so I wanted to ask you that how does, like, I know Seema talked about Diwali mein saaf safai hoti hai and all of that. So my concept of saaf safai is cleaning and putting it all back. But I think we need to kind of figure out how do we let go of certain things, right?
So I think before we get into answering that, let's clarify one thing. That's a really good question, because it leads me to the next conversation, which is, let's define the difference between creating a mess and clutter. Is it the same thing? Is a mess the same thing as clutter? I mean, should we declutter or should we just clear the mess? Should we just clean it up and put it back in, like Deepa said? So can we talk about that a bit?
I'll just start with an example, Seema, here. Mess is something that you have after a party.
Yes.
Yes. So next morning, you get into a cleaning mood, and within 1 hour, the house is sorted. Correct. Clutter is something much more bigger than that. It is something that is in our plain sight, hiding in our plain sight, in our attics, in our garages, in our bed storages, stuffs like those, in our wardrobes, in our drawers. when you open them and you want to find something, you're not able to find. So clutter, I always say, is hiding in a plain sight, and we need to realize that decluttering is very, very different from cleaning.
Correct.
Cleaning is a everyday process. Correct. Decluttering is a journey that you need to take up once and understand the importance, so that you don't hoard too many things and it makes your life simpler and easier.
That's beautifully said, Aanchal, that it is a journey. It's not something that you just take a cloth and wipe it off. There is a lot of thinking and a lot of process and a planning, I'm assuming.
Self-confrontation. It's like, Marie Kondo says wonderful. Right? Yes, Marie Kondo says a wonderful quote on this. Tidying and decluttering is a journey of self-confrontation.
Yes.
It's such a deep thing to understand.
So when you say self-confrontation, so you're saying that we are kind of talking to ourselves. If there's a conversation that we have, we reflect on this and we talk to ourselves, and it has to be met with no judgment or no ill intention, but with the idea that we need to cleanse certain part of our psyche. I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yes. So, I always say that mental decluttering and physical decluttering go hand in hand. You pick up something and you ask yourself some basic questions. Does it spark joy for me?
Yes.
Is it useful for me? I might be holding on to a cup that someone gifted me. I don't like it, but it's still there in my cupboard.
Correct.
Why? I can give it to someone, like, a cook who comes. She might appreciate that cup much, much more than I do.
Absolutely.
I am not even using it to have that coffee.
So why do we attach so much, why is there so much attachment to something that we don't even like? Is it because we feel obligated that, somebody gave it to me, so I should keep it? I mean, what's the reason behind all this?
See, the biggest reason is, psychologically, we are not trained to let go of things since childhood, I think. Yes. The second reason is, when you buy something, you have spent your hard-earned money on it. It is very difficult, but there I tell my clients, it's a sunk cost.
Correct.
You have already spent on it before thinking. Now it is just sitting there.
But Aanchal, then should we then separate it out? So for example, my daughter is 20 years old. Okay. I still have the lining of her crib in a box. I know it is silly, but it's just very hard for me to throw it away because, she was in that crib, and then my second daughter was born and she used the same crib, and there's a lining around it. There's a mattress cover. I've never thrown it away. It's still in a box. There's a bit of an emotional attachment to it. I just feel very bad about throwing it away. So how do we distinguish between what sparks joy and what doesn't?
It's not funny, Seema. See, the way you were speaking about it, it was sparking joy for you.
Yes.
Right. So that is something that you should hold on to.
Absolutely.
But we tend to hold on to much, much more, like all the clothes of our kids. Hamare grandchildren pehnenge.
I know.
But they will not use everything. You might want to hold on to one t-shirt that for a memorable thing, but not like 20 t-shirts. The fashion might be gone. They might not want it even. They might not want to wear it. Your children have different tastes.
Correct.
Right? They might not want their children to wear that. So why should we force them to do it?
In fact, let's since we talked about children, I mean, let's look at our children's room, right? So as they grow developmentally, their toys now soon they become redundant. They're not useful anymore. So we clear those out and we bring in new toys, right? So we do that quite a bit. There are a few toys that remain. There are a few books that still remain. But most of the time, as the child is developmentally growing, we clear those things out. But unfortunately, for adults, that doesn't seem to be applying. I've seen that, we've kept things that, like, I have camping stuff and I live in Bangalore and I have not gone camping in the last 15 years and I still have it in my storeroom somewhere. And I'm just trying to think that why is it that then we can clear out the developmental stages of our children's toys? Why can't we do that as adults? Why don't we do that as adults?
See, Seema, if you have not done in 15 years, I'm sure you're not going to do it. See, camping is something might not come naturally to you. If it would have, if it was, अगर वो कुछ ऐसा होता जिसमें आपको मजा आता हो, तो आप कर रहे होते हो.
Correct. At this stage of my life, maybe I don't want to do that.
So you should give it away.
Yes.
So there are so many people, like there are so many sites where you can donate it. There are so many sites where you can resell it.
Correct.
Right. So you need to get away.
So Aanchal, can you give us, I have a slightly deeper question than camping. We tend to, and I do this, as my size has changed over the years with, having children and getting older, I find myself holding on to things of the previous sizes. And every time I'm cleaning, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कभी ना कभी तो I will be back in that size, So, and these are very beautiful. I'm not saying, simple like jeans or t-shirts or something, but sometimes they're very beautiful dresses.
Blouses,
sari blouses that you're wearing on occasion. So, थोड़ा सा वो गिल्ट भी आता है कि बाप रे इस पे I just wore this twice and इस पे इतना खर्चा किया. I have to work out and get back to that size. So how do you work? How do you help your mental state to kind of come to the point where you're like, okay, I need to get rid of this?
So Deepma, आपकी conversation में I would like to highlight 2-3 things. You said guilt. It's a negative emotion. That outfit is bringing a negative emotion inside. Right? It's not making you happy.
Very interesting. Yes.
Every time, once you have get rid of, you will never go back and think, oh, I had that blouse. Right? How many times will you do that? Every time you look at that blouse, you feel that guilt. Have an aspirational outfit. Have an aspirational outfit. You might want to fit into it. There's nothing wrong with it. But why go 20 of them?
Correct.
Right? So, जब आप अपने newer size में या aspirational size में पहुंचोगे, you will obviously want to shop.
Yes.
To celebrate that win.
That's true.
Correct. Yes. That's a great idea.
That's so true.
That sort of leads our conversation into you talked about, this as a journey, right? When you're talking about decluttering and you're trying to distinguish it with creating a mess or cleaning, you said it's a journey. And I think for a journey, there is a process, right? There's a process that we've got to follow. So before we get into how we can get the kids involved, is there a process is there like a standard process, like a 5-step process or whatever to do this, to create this journey for ourselves?
See, basic process hai, but it's a journey for everyone. It's a different journey for everyone. Like, you start by creating a vision board for yourself. आप Pinterest पे देखते हो, आप celebrities के homes देखते हो, you see at lots of places, and it's like, काश मेरे पास ये था.
Yes.
Right. So create that vision. What kind of space do you want for yourself? It might be a small space, but you can reach that standard. Trust me.
We talk about this all the time with our kids when we teach them in our classes that, first thing you need to do is to create an intention. What is the intention? What is the goal? What is it that you want to do? Only then you can start this journey or this process. That you're absolutely
so create a vision. मतलब एक picture print out करके लगा लो. This is my vision. This is something that I want to reach. So first is create a vision. Second is start decluttering. Start decluttering. Pick up everything in your house. Start with small drawers.
Okay.
Setting small goals. Pick up one drawer, take out everything and ask, have I used it? Is it important to me? Do I love it? Some things might be, I go with this process called 4 T's, which is treasure, trash, tools, and toys. Treasure is something that you love and you want to hold on to no matter what. Okay. Tools are something like, your safety pins. You don't love it, but you need it. But how many you need it? That's a question you need to ask yourself.
Correct.
Right? Okay. And then tools. Tools ho gaya, treasure ho gaya, toys. Toys are something like associated with your hobbies.
Correct.
Okay. Something that gives you entertainment. And then is trash. Jo तीनों category में नहीं आता, वो trash है, you need to get rid of.
Correct. Got it. Okay.
That is such an interesting division. I mean, if we actually looked at every single thing with this in mind, I think it might become easier and all that guilt might go away.
In fact, I'll tell you, I did an experiment before I thought, let me try this out because I find the whole process of cleaning and decluttering very painful. That's why I avoid it. Like, I'm sure everybody, a lot of people do that. They avoid it.
Just to interrupt you there, that's what professional organizers are for.
Yes, we need to get you, Achal.
I think we need you, Achal.
Bangalore is not too far, so you can just hop over here. But just to kind of experiment, I tried something. My side table right next to where I sleep, I got so much stuff there. So I said, I'll be great, I'll be organized. So I took everything and I put it in a box. So now the table doesn't look messy, but the box does. So I'm like, okay, so I did step number 1, but I need to do the next step, which is, I think, exactly what you talked about. Treasure, tools, toys, and then trash. So I started with the trash first. So I removed everything which seemed like, why the heck is this next to my bed? I don't need these things next to my bed.
Don't focus on things that you want to let go. Focus on things that you want
to keep. Okay, so start with that. See, that's the mistake I made. So start with things you want to keep, and then you start removing. Is that the process? So I did that, and I said, okay, I felt really like a sense of accomplishment at the end of it. And I felt really good. My side table looks beautiful. I was able to add a little plant also next to it, there was no space for it earlier. And that whole concept of sparking joy, I really experienced it, which is so fantastic. So I think, set the intention and then start small. I think don't jump into the whole thing, put everything in the center of the room.
You need to set a goal. You need to set 1 mahina, 2 mahina, 3 mahina, kitna time.
How long?
Otherwise, between the journey, you start getting demotivated and you will leave it. Set a goal for yourself and set a vision. And it's like, I'm giving myself this 1 month.
Okay.
I'm giving myself this 2 months. And assign yourself tasks for every day. This drawer I'm going to deal with today. This kitchen pantry I'm going to deal with today. I'm going to deal with refrigerator today.
And nowadays we are in the WhatsApp world. We get WhatsApps all the time. If you're living in a housing community, there's always a WhatsApp message saying that
accountability partner. Accountability partner.
Yeah, an NGO is coming. If you have to get rid of any clothes or any old stuff, get rid of it now, and that puts a little bit of pressure to kind of
be decisive. Don't go back to your decision and start thinking. वापस कार्टन से निकाला अच्छा ठीक है रख लेते हैं
exactly so resist that temptation.
So how do you then, Achal, you said accountability partner, so I'm just wondering, can we get this into, how do we get, for example, I am a hoarder. I don't want my children to be hoarders, and I don't want them to have the same level of pain that I do. So, pehle se I want to kind of get them into the, decluttering and cleanliness mode. How do we do that?
Yeah, and how early should we involve our children? How early should we start?
As early as they can understand. Like a 2-year-old knows exactly where her shoes are and masks are nowadays when she wants to step out of the house.
Yes.
Okay. My 2-year-old knows where her night dresses are, where her socks are, where her shoes are. Okay. So, when you come back from, what do? You open your sandals and you walk in. Do you take that sandals, put it back in the shoe rack?
Correct.
When you do it, your kid will also pick up her sandal and put it on the
Plus, you have to create a space for everything.
Yes,
right? The child knows that the night dress is in this drawer, or the shoes have to go in this drawer. So you have to assign a space for everything.
I was coming to that. Yes, you need to involve the kids in that organizing process. Like a 2-year-old, you cannot involve, but you can always involve her saying, "Ki pass me that night dress. See, I'm keeping it in the drawer."
Correct.
Involve a 7 or 8-year-old. You can teach him or her and tell him, these are the night dresses. Where would you like it to be? Where it is most accessible to you. Like my son has his own system. It might not look very beautiful, but it is a system that works for him. And I cannot force him to follow my system. I try and create my vision board, but he has a complete different vision. It's a very personalized concept organizing.
So that is probably the reason why parents have so many battles with their children, because they are trying to impose their vision onto the child, but it may not work for the child. So let him create his own vision, or her create her own vision.
He has a beautiful study desk, and trust me, Seema, where does he keep his books? He keeps his book behind in the wardrobe. Why? Because when I'm attending the class, how will I reach upper and get my study books down? It's easier for me to get it out from here, na mama?
Right. So we can't listen to our children. So involving them is one thing, but we also need to allow them and give them the space to create that vision for themselves.
Take those decisions. And plus, organizing is something different. When you are decluttering their toys and you will see kids holding on to, nahi ye to bahut pyara hai mujhe, small pencil or a broken doll also. When you throw it away and 2-3 days later your child asks you, mama, where did that doll go? You don't have an answer. You're like, I've thrown it away. And that is like, how will the child trust you with his things?
Absolutely. Very, very
you
well.
You need to involve the kids. Don't tell them, आपके पास बहुत सारा सामान है यार, निकालना पड़ेगा. Why? Tell them, let's start with, selecting the things that you want to play with, you love, and make it super easy to find. आपको भी खोजने में प्रॉब्लम होती है ना जब ज्यादा सामान होता है. So why are you keeping so many things जो आप खेलते ही नहीं हो? Let's donation का concept आजकल काफी in है. So let's share it with someone who might use it. You
appreciate it and get used. Yeah, absolutely.
So we need to get those concepts in their mind from very early on, and that will happen. Kids try to imitate you. You should do it before you preach it to your kids.
I'm so glad you said that, Aanchal, because in every single episode of Imperfect Parenting, this is the one thing that we have said again and again, that your children are watching you, they are emulating you, they are kind of imitating everything that you are saying or doing, whether it is kindness or whether it is organizing yourself, whether it is you are passing judgment, all of these things the children are following you. So even in the things like decluttering or organizing things, your children are watching you. So you have to be careful.
Not happen one day. एक दिन में नहीं होगा. एक दिन में नहीं होगा. फील कि मैंने आज उसको सिखा दिया, 2 दिन बाद उसका रूम उतना ही मेसी होने वाला है, एंड आप उठोगे और चिल्लाना शुरू करोगे, कल ही वो किया था. But
so how do we set up this expectation? Because at the end of the day, that is the biggest battle, right? Your room is a mess. You haven't made your bed. You haven't done this. You haven't done that. Everything is lying around. So
blame game खेलने से क्या होगा? Create a routine. ठीक है, रात का 10 मिनट एज अ फैमिली क्लीन द हाउस, मेक इट अ लिवेबल प्लेस, टेल देम लाइक, ओके आप ना डाइनिंग टेबल खाली करो, मैं डिनर लगाती हूँ.
करेक्ट.
ठीक है, आप टॉयज पिकअप, लेट्स पुट ऑन सम म्यूजिक एंड डांस अराउंड पिकिंग अप टॉयज. क्रिएट एन एग्जैक्ट रूटीन, मेक इट फन. क्रिएट एन एग्जैक्ट रूटीन लाइक 8 o'clock से 8:10 तक, वी विल मेक दिस हाउस ब्यूटिफुल टू हैव डिनर.
Right.
And that is how you do it. And on an everyday process, it starts becoming a part of you, a habit, a routine.
Correct. Very true.
You have to be involved in a process than just saying the kid, उठा के रखो अपना सामान, क्या फैला रखा है.
Correct. What you said, अभी जो आपने बोला, it's like 100% true, because my daughter did this to me, where, the kids are watching what you do rather than what you say. So I was all the time telling her, because remember I said I don't want them to become as hoarding as I hoard. And so when I keep telling her that, she finally one day she got frustrated and she said, but look at your stuff, right? And it was true. And I did sit down, the conversations that you said, where I did sit down and talk to her, and I said, that is one of the things that I don't like about myself, bacha. So I want you to be a little different. But then she came back and said, no, mama, we have to do it together. If I do it, you also have to do it. And so that's why I say I'm a recovering hoarder, because it's a process.
So there is a concept of, how does decluttering help the parents to connect with their children emotionally? Because a lot of when you talk about hoarding especially, and people say that when you're a hoarder, there's an emotional problem behind. I'm not saying Deepa has an emotional problem, but hoarding has a slightly negative connotation to it, and there is an emotional kind of a reality attached to it. And how do we? So when we physically have less things, how does that emotionally help us connect with our children? And why is that important in
I quickly jump in for this, because I was a hoarder, and I'm still on a journey, but I'm still taking things out. And I tell you, it is not just कि घर अच्छा लगता है. It is also you feel lighter. अंदर से, I don't know, some kind of सुकून सा होता है अंदर से कि, this looks great, but also I'm feeling lighter. Is that true, Aanchal?
it's definitely true. Just today we were having this very good conversation on LinkedIn, also on one of my posts, and someone posted on it like, I have decluttered my room and it feels like a light hot air balloon, as if weights were pulling down on it, and now it feels lighter, like the balloon is rising. And I loved that comparison. जब हम बात कर रहे हैं कि इमोशनल कनेक्ट कैसे होता है, एंड हाउ डू यू मेक मोर टाइम फॉर योर किड्स एंड एवरीथिंग, जस्ट अ स्मॉल थिंग, क्रिएट अ स्पेस अराउंड यू, क्रिएट अ होम जहां से आपको जाना पसंद हो, जहां से आपको वापस आना पसंद, घर वापस आना पसंद.
You want to come back home, yeah.
Yes, you don't want to come back to a cluttered space, right? अब आपके पास you have hundreds of, maybe some 50 show pieces that you want to put around. Why do you want to put everything at the same time?
Correct.
Put 10 of them. You want to clutter that space, make it visually not so appealing, just because you want to showcase everything.
Everything. Yeah.
And then
you have so many things. You are spending so much time in just trying to manage
manage them, cleaning them, repairing them. आप 10 चीजों को डस्टिंग करने में जितना टाइम लगाओगे, 50 चीजों को सोचो कितना टाइम लगेगा.
Correct.
Right. You are investing that energy that you could have when you have.
And you could spend that time with connecting with your kids rather than
frustrating. On a daily basis आपको सफाई करनी है ना.
Correct.
And I tell this to my, this example also I give. हमें आदत है बहुत सारे cushions and pillows रखने का बेड पे. क्यों? तो रात को सब हटा के सोना है, सुबह वापस उनको सजाना है, कितना एफर्ट लगता है. I'm not saying don't decorate your room. It is obviously important, but at least keep 2-3. Why keep so many that you have? It becomes a everyday battle for you, changing cushions, changing mattress covers, changing everything, and then washing, maintaining. It's a compounding effect.
So we complicate our lives, and then we complain that we don't have time for our children. And I think decluttering certainly does that, where it actually frees you up a little bit so that you can engage more with your children. And I love the idea that
you find time for things that are important to you.
Exactly. And I like what you just said, that involve your children early on. Ask them to create their own vision in order to avoid any battle. Let their vision go with their room.
हम enforce करने की कोशिश करते हैं. We have some certain rules and regulations अपने दिमाग में कि ऐसे ही होना चाहिए, तो ऐसे ही होना चाहिए. But यार बच्चे हैं, उनका अपना thought process होता है, and they will amaze you with the kind of arguments they come on. I have been there, Seema, when I'm talking from experience. I am a mother of 2 kids, a 8-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. So I know where am I coming from. The problems that the people are facing are, real. And, my daughter loves her things to be kept in a very separate way than my son wants to. My daughter. हाँ, तो उसको चाहिए कि उसका सामान किसी और तरीके से होना चाहिए. And when I say कि we need to get ready for, sleep routine, she knows where her diapers are, she knows where her night suit are. अरे मम्मा मैं लेके आती. It makes your life so simple.
Actually, I can relate to that because see, my daughter is now 20, the second one is 16. So I've got really older kids. But I remember when I was asking her to clean her closet, and I stack my clothes. And she says, I want hangers. I don't want to stack. I want to.
Yes.
And I said, no, nothing doing. Just keep it the way it looks neater and all that. So we had a big battle about it. And every time I would open a cupboard, it was just disgusting to watch. Because
but if it's not a system that is going to work from them, it is going to get messy and cluttered.
Exactly. And that's exactly what happened. So eventually I realized that it was my mistake. That is not her system. It is my system, not hers. So I got a bunch of hangers, gave it to her. And now it's like, not only it is looking very neat, it is color coordinated. So she's realized she was so organized.
She's enjoying it. Yeah. She's enjoying it. When you force something on yourself, बच्चों को छोड़ो यार, आप खुद कितने frustrate हो जाते हैं.
And it's so funny, right? I remember when I was going to deliver my first child, there is this whole concept of when you are about to deliver, you start nesting, right? You start cleaning up your house and you start organizing things, and there is something that nature is constantly telling us, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be prepared.
You need to create space for the new member. See, आपके यहाँ आप 2 room flat में रहते हो, तो the moment a child is coming into your life, ऐसा थोड़ी है magically 3rd room appear कर जाएगा. ठीक है. Till now you had those 2 rooms, but now a 3rd member is joining it. You need to create that special place for that 3rd member.
Correct. Correct.
Beautiful. You know, Seema and I are also very big proponents of vision board. So I think I'm going to take this back for me and my children also. Of course, they're older, like Seema's children, but the concept of आप अपना विजन बोर्ड बनाइए और फिर उसके हिसाब से go ahead and keep your space neat and clean. I never thought of it that way. I was thinking I only had to constantly give them instructions कि ऐसे करो, ऐसे करो, ऐसे करो, नहीं तो कुछ नहीं होगा. So I love this.
And as children are evolving developmentally, so are adults. We are also what we liked 15 years ago. I went camping a lot. Maybe 20 years ago, but not anymore. So why am I holding on to that? Probably, we feel like, as we are aging, those are the things that we used to really enjoy doing and now we don't do it. But I think you're right. I need to let go of things that are just creating guilt, but keep the things that spark joy, which is, the memories of our children.
Space around you that makes you happiness. जब हम बोलते हैं ना कि should not have toxic people in our lives. So any item in your house that is, making you feel guilty or making you feel not happy, just let it go without hesitation.
Yes. So just before we end, Aanchal, do you have any last minute tips and techniques, process, anything that you want to add to our conversation before we end? And how does, when Goddess Lakshmi is coming into our house very soon, tomorrow is Dhanteras and then Diwali comes in, when we clean and when we declutter, not clean, I would say declutter, that's when our chances of having a happy, successful, blessed life is going to come in. And we want to wish all our viewers a very happy Diwali in advance and wish you also a very happy Diwali. So just give us a last minute tip and technique before we end.
There is, basically I want to say something कि आप अपने life को कैसा जीना चाहते हो वो आपके हाथ में. आप चीजों से सराउंड होके जीना चाहते हो कि लोगों से और एक्सपीरियंसेस से सराउंड होके जीना चाहते हो. You want to create those moments or you want to hold on to things. Think about it.
I read one very funny quote where his mother says, "Don't mind the mess. My kids are making memories of me yelling them about the mess that they have created."
Making mess is fine. Making
mess is fine.
But it's simple. If you have a place for everything in the house, that mess takes less than half an hour to clear up.
So let's give more importance to the people in our lives, not to the things in our lives. Let's not hold on to that. Let's make space, literally, for those people.
Kids get very creative. When they have lesser things, they will be very, very creative. And trust me on that, I have seen amazing results out of it.
And like Deepma said, when you feel mentally relaxed, as if ek boji kisi ne utha liya ho. So when you feel like that, why not practice this a little bit more and spark joy in your kids, in your families, and in your lives, isn't it?
No, and both of us, both Seema and I, despite the fact that we are trying to do this, and thank you so much for your beautiful tips. I think treasure, tools, toys, and trash is going to be my mantra now when I'm
40s. We're going to call it the 40s.
So 40s. Yes, it is called as 40s.
I just love that. I love that. And I love the fact that you said, think about and focus on experiences that you're creating. Because both of us, when we talk to our children and we talk about our memories, nobody's talking about things. They're talking about activities that we did or experiences that they had. Nobody says ki, ye kam cushions the ya jada cushions the ya whatever,
No, and I think this also, if you take this on if you think about it on a bigger level, really decluttering is so closely associated with aesthetics, right? You need to have the right aesthetics in your surroundings and in your environment. Like when a city is being planned, there is, or a mall is being planned, there is an aesthetics that is being devised where there is a lot of energy flowing because there is space everywhere.
Yes.
We have to apply the same principle in decluttering and sparking joy in our kids. So we really appreciate you coming on, Aanchal. Thank you so much.
Help them to, become more responsible people. Appreciate things better. Kids are going to appreciate it better when they have lesser.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We don't want to teach our children. We don't want to teach our children that it's the materialistic things, but it's about the people. We want to teach them that it's about the people. Great. Thank you so much, Aanchal. It was a great conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here.
And I hope our viewers have any more questions. Look up Aanchal Kejriwal. She's on Arrange It All. You are on Instagram, I know for sure. And are you also on Facebook? Where can we find
I'm on Facebook and I'm on LinkedIn. So you can find me at either of the three.
And join her Instagram account called Arrange It All. We are following you and
hoping in the comments.
Yes, and we'll be putting all the links in the comments. So thank you, Aanchal.
Thank you so much.